folks? Thanks for stopping by. Jorge Anito here. Welcome back. Today we are showcasing Fernando Art Zone. I guess that's the name of the channel. The actual name of the channel is Fernando P1 Art Zone. So today, in Famous Magician Moves, a segment where we showcase specific famous YouTube magicians, not limited to YouTube, but they're basically all on YouTube. A segment where we showcase a famous magician's life, work, their person, and we usually show one of their moves that they're kind of known for, or at least one that they execute and perform very well. And so, and as always, I'll link you to their original video where you can run over there, check them out. But who is this guy, Fernando? Fernando, I think he joined YouTube in 2006, 2004, really early on, like almost 2 decades ago. And this guy is a very interesting individual. Some of you may know who I'm talking about. He doesn't show a lot of his face. There's a couple videos where it shows, like, you know, full body performance, I guess that's what you call it. But it's usually him sat at the card mat just doing stuff. Now, I don't have a card mat here right now. You may be wondering, what's with all the gaff making materials? Well, your boy has the day off. I don't get a lot of Saturdays off, but today I do, and so I'm going to just sit back, relax. Addie's at her mom's today, and so I'm just going to, I got a couple magic tricks that I'm going to try to work on. But anyway, enough about that. Fernando is usually sat at a card mat, and he's doing whatever trick. And so today we're checking out the invert pass. Let me just say this real quick too, while the whole gaff making thing is still fresh in our brains. He doesn't do sleight of hand. He does self workers. He has a lot of gaff building videos. He has this one gaff building video where a spectator makes a selection. Normally you have a joker. You take the joker, you shuffle the deck, you lose their card in here, you pick up the deck halfway, and you shoot the joker through, but the joker turns into their selection as it comes out the other side. It's very cool. It's one of his newer videos, actually. But anyway, he does all kind of crazy stuff like that. Today, however, we're talking about his invert pass, which looks something like that. It's very clean. It's so clean. You could do it in a host of environments. You could do it kind of in a tabled situation. I might have flashed just there. But yeah, and basically, I think I could talk about this, and I think I can talk about some of the specifics and mechanics without compromising what it is that he has to offer. The invert pass is basically a Herman Pass. So if you're familiar with the Herman Pass, let me just see if I can. So a classic pass is where you strip away the top pack, placing it on the bottom, right? I'll do this face up. So this would be a classic pass, right? So a Herman Pass is where you take the bottom pack from underneath and place it on the top. And so under the cover of the hands, you know. But the problem with the Herman Pass is fingers. You have a thumb right here and you have a middle finger, and getting this squared up is almost impossible unless, I mean, you have to reposition. You have to, in the motion of squaring the deck, you know, let me see if I can get a good one here. So in the motion of squaring the pack or doing some magical gesture, right, you're able to execute this, and it looks pretty clean. In fact, the Herman Pass is one of the first passes. It is the first pass that I ever learned. Nowadays, my go-to is the classic pass, but I still love to do the Herman Pass or the invert pass as far as like color changes and stuff. Now this is Fernando's unique contribution to the Herman Pass, and it's simply this. Instead of doing your classic Herman Pass, which you're using your pinky to sort of, your pinky and your your index, to leverage the deck up and then get it around here and up and over. His contribution is this. Instead of doing it like this, he does it like this. Now what this does is it allows for you to get up and underneath and sort of get that packet worked in there a little bit easier. And it also aids against flashing. Obviously, if you're trying a Herman Pass, you could see that I'm flashing big time. And so unless I'm really doing some sort of wrist kill type action, the risk of flashing performing a Herman is very possible. And so with this, it's almost near impossible. And plus with the cover of the hand, it's near impossible for a spectator to see what's going on there. And so, but that's just a few thoughts. That's just a few things that I'm just sharing with you. He's going to go over all the delicate details, all the specifics, all the particulars of the invert pass. And really what it is, you're just inverting the bottom packet, getting it up in there and over. But he goes over a lot of details, obviously, that I'm leaving out. And Fernando, what a great guy. He's been on YouTube for a long time. Let me just talk about him real quick. He is, if you go to his About page on YouTube, it says, first and foremost, I'm a Christian concerned with theology and apologetics. He studied electrical engineering, I think. So he's an electrical engineer by trade. I hope I'm saying that right. Something like that. But then he adds, one of my hobbies is illusions and magic. And so you'll find playlists for apologetics, theological type videos, biblical content. But the majority of his channel is just him sat at a card mat teaching some of the most insane sleight of hand, gaff work, self-workers, anything. This guy is a card man through and through. I mean, if you haven't, you probably already know who I'm talking about. If you don't, man, you're missing out. You got to go over and check him out. And he's not real loud with his videos. He's not all over the place. He's just, his work speaks for itself. His sleight of hand is masterful, and just the, man, he has a wizard level magician skill that I have rarely seen. And he's just a hobbyist. That's the thing, he's just a hobbyist. But the type of stuff he does is professional level. Actually, it, in my eyes, exceeds a lot of the professionals out there. Man, he just gives this stuff away for free. Great guy. Learned about him years ago. I always go to his channel every once in a while just to, there's so many gems to just unearth. And people get mad at him. You'll see in the comment sections, people's like, why are you revealing this stuff? You know, and he's like, you know, this is just something I've been given, a talent, a gift, and so I want to freely give. Biblical, obviously. Freely you've been given, freely you have received, freely given, freely give. Alright guys, Fernando P1 Art Zone. It's a weird name for a YouTube channel, I have to admit. There's probably some significance there, or some meaning, obviously, for him to name it that way. I call him Fernando. Check him out. You won't be disappointed. Here's another one that he does that I can't do, but I'll just explain to you. I'll just kind of show you what he does. The spectator chooses a selection from a ribbon fan, or I always call it ribbon fan. It's a ribbon spread. spectator chooses a selection, let's say right here. You tuck it away in the ribbon, and in the action of doing that right there, their selection winds up on top. Now, obviously, I didn't do that. But yeah, that's the type of sleight of hand he does. I'm going on and on. Man, this channel excites me. This guy excites me. I'm telling you what, if you ever just want to rekindle the flame, right? If you ever just want to spark, just rekindle the flame, run over to Fernando. You won't be disappointed. And man, it'll excite something in you to just pick the pack back up and have a go at it, whatever that may be, control, trick, whatever. Fernando P1 Art Zone. Check out this guy. Man, he's brilliant. We'll see you back here next time, guys. I've been playing with the Mandarin Edition Monarchs from over at Theory 11. They're already sold out, but they are on eBay. Beautiful deck of cards. Have a good weekend, guys. God bless.